I'm going to bring something else that might ruffle your feathers.
You ain't going to ruffle my feathers. My life is good, man. I'm good, no matter what you say.
Bill Belichick.
I just threw up in my mouth.
Just as I thought.
Feel
Bill
sick.
Belichick said a few years ago, 2009 to be exact, in a documentary of Football Life. You know how they do those on the NFL Network.
Oh, yeah.
And he said that he doesn't see himself coaching into his 70s, but he's changed his tune.
You know, when I said it, I didn't know what 70 felt like, so not really sure if that's an accurate statement today or not. I don't really know. At the time, I didn't feel that way. Now that I'm closer to that age, I don't know.
He's 67. So I think it's safe to say he will be coaching well into his 70s. And I think that's a great thing for football. Obviously, it's a great thing for the Patriots. But it's also a great thing for football. And here's why, Rob Parker. Bill Belichick, who last weekend became only the third coach behind the legendary Don Shula, who has 347 victories, and George Halas, who has 324 victories, became only the third coach to win 300 games in his career. And if he stays around, he'll pass Halas, and good chance he'll pass Don Shula, too, depending on how long he stays. And Rob Park, I think, is great for football and its fans because Bill Belichick is the greatest football coach in NFL history. He's the GOAT. And I'm sorry to break that to you. I know you're going to try to argue it. And you know, you'll have your small game. He's the best coach in NFL history. And you just got to deal with it. And he's not going anywhere.
Are you done?
He's not going anywhere.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
This is the thing that kills me about guys like Chris Broussard.
Guys like Chris
because
Broussard.
there are a lot of you.
Really?
Yeah. He has the biggest warts in the history of sports.
Oh,
Bill Belichick.
The history
yes,
of
he
sports?
does. The
What about all
largest.
those baseball
No, you had
players
yours. You had
you
yours.
think should be in the Hall of
You
Fame.
had yours.
I'm looking at Roger
Listen to
Clemens
me.
right now.
Listen to me.
On Fox.
Listen to me.
He don't have warts.
Listen to me. This is not about being in the Hall
I'm
of
looking
Fame.
at Alex Rodriguez.
This is
He
not
don't have
being.
warts.
This is not being in the Hall of Fame. Pipe down.
I'm looking
Chris,
at David Ortiz. He
Chris.
don't have warts. They all got warts.
No, Bill Belichick is the biggest cheater in the history of sports.
Oh, my
And it's
gosh.
documented. No
You
other
say he
coach,
cheated.
no other coach in the NFL was fined $500,000, right? Like Bill Belichick was. That was for Spygate, when he was warned by the league not NOT to record other teams' defensive signals, right? He got caught for that. There's so much. His own disciple, Eric Mangini, pulled back the blanket. It was filthy. Yes, Bill Belichick's bed is filthy. That's coming
Tell
from
us something we don't
Be
know.
quiet.
Tell us something we
Be
don't
quiet. And you have the nerve to want to lift this guy and pass him over. Don Shula and guys who did it right. Don Shula, who had an undefeated season and won the championship, who didn't lose in the big game. Bill Belichick, the
How
greatest
many big
coach.
games did he win?
Be quiet, Chris Broussard.
No, how many did
this
he
is
win?
my stage.
Your
he is
stage
not.
is sullied.
He
You
is-
talk about
no.
filthy. Your stage is filthy.
No, Bill Belichick's stage is career is sullied, and he cannot. NOT. You don't want to represent. You don't want to recognize Barry Bonds.
You do.
No.
That's the
Hear
hypocrisy
me.
of the situation.
I didn't say he was the greatest player ever.
Yeah,
I'm
but
talking-
is he?
Chris.
Who's better?
Listen to me.
Who's better?
Listen to me. You cannot act like none of this went on.
I'm not.
And wait until the end and wait until the real story and book comes out. You'll go back in history and you'll go, wow, I didn't realize what the Patriots were up to. Between Spygate, Deflategate, all the other things that they've done, and of all people, I don't even need to see anything else. Eric Mangini, who was in under the belly of this beast, he was one of the eggs hatched by Bill Belichick. He's the one. It wasn't an outsider. It was an insider who was there for the whole thing and said, how dare you cheat me? I know what you do. That's why Bill Belichick can never, ever, 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 ever be considered the greatest coach of all time. You want to put him in the Hall of Fame? You want to throw him a parade? Fine. But how can you put him with the ranks of Lombardi and Shula and guys like that? I would take Bill Parcells any day over Bill Belichick. The guy is a convicted by the NFL cheater. Tom Brady, convicted cheater for Deflategate. That franchise is riddled with questions. That's why people don't give it what it deserves with all the winning it's done. Because it's been done not the correct way. That's why people don't respect the Patriots the way that they should be respected.
Who are these people? Who are these people? Huh? Oh, it sounds nice. Give him a hand. Give him the applause. It sounded all nice until we bring it to baseball.
No, we're not going to see. We're talking football
we're not gonna
right
see.
now.
We're not.
I want you to
you
talk
don't
about
mind cheating in baseball.
I want you to talk about Bill Belichick.
No, you can't get on your high horse.
I want you to talk about Bill Belichick.
Mr. Morality.
I want you to
Mr. Do it the right way.
Chris, I want you.
Stealing signs is an art form in baseball.
I want Chris.
No, I'm
to defend.
asking you, why do you? Why are
Eric
you
Mangini.
cheating?
I want you to respond to
baseball?
Eric Mangini, and then I'll talk to him.
I got nothing to respond to.
Respond
Bill
to it.
Belichick cheated.
Respond to it.
All right, has he cheated for the whole 25 years? I don't think so.
Yes, he did. There's no doubt in my mind.
Your mind, but everybody else. Why is everybody else walking around calling him the GOAT?
You know what they say? Once a guy cheats on his wife, once a cheater, always a cheater.
Stop it.
You're gonna tell me those are
not true.
Those are the only 2 times he cheated. Oh yeah, please, because he got away with it and it helped him win.
When we talk about
when
the
that
baseball
book comes
players,
out, when that book comes out,
okay, if the book comes out, I'll take all this back. If a book comes out saying his whole career was a farce and he cheated, I'll gladly join you. But until then, he cheated twice. That's it. And he's been to 9 Super Bowls in 25 years. You're going
to make a case for a guy who's a known convicted cheater.
What about Barry Bonds? You don't want to talk baseball.
Can I tell you this?
He never got caught.
But
see, here
there it is. What's the difference between Barry Bonds and Bill Belichick?
No, you didn't just hold Bill Belichick to the 2 times he got caught. You said his whole career, there's no doubt in your mind.
There's no doubt in my mind. There's no doubt. But I'm asking you. Is there any doubt in
your mind that Barry Bonds cheated?
Not his whole career.
Belichick didn't do it his whole career either. We don't know that.
Barry Bonds never tested positive, Chris.
Do you think he ever?
That's not the point.
Oh, now
the point is, Bill got caught.
Now it's not the point.
Bill got caught. The largest fine in the history of the NFL.
If you gonna
the largest fine in the history of the NFL. And you want to prop that guy up. And
consistent.
You want to prop him up and see something
special. Then be consistent.
He's a cheater.
Across the board. Be consistent with your baseball cats.
I eat a bran muffin every morning. I'm very consistent.
877-99 on Fox. Is Bill Belichick the GOAT? Or is he just a cheater who's not that good of a coach like Rob Parker thinks? 877-99 on Fox. Let's start with Andre in Massachusetts. Andre, you're on with Chris and Rob.
How you guys doing? Thanks for taking my call. Yeah, Belichick is most certainly the greatest football coach of all time. It's not really that much in dispute, and I'm going to tell you why. It's because of the longevity of the greatness. First 3 Super Bowls, as we know, 02, 04, 05, but then you got a 10-year gap in between dynasties, the last 3, 15, 17, and 19, and he's in the mix to get a couple more. So in terms of Belichick, yes, you can go back to Spygate, but that's the first dynasty. Okay?
Well, let me ask you this. Obviously, I agree with you, Andre. I think his record is indisputable. Rob's argument seems to be the cheating. Now, what do you think about that? How do you overlook that?
Oh, it's a definite stain on his legacy.
Okay, then that's it. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that.
It's a stain. It's there.
It's there. It's there. And I'm calling from the Cape, so I'm very close to Titletown. This is Patriots Nation, even though I'm coming from the tri-state area. That's where I was born, so I didn't grow up in it. But facts are facts, and when you're right, you're right. The man and his it's
all right, Andre. Thanks for the call. Appreciate it.
All right.
I don't know how people can say there's a stain on your legacy and then elevate you to the best ever. I just have a problem with that. Yeah, but
you can have a stain on your legacy.
It's a big stain. It depends, Chris. It depends.
A lot of people got stains on
some
their
people
legacy.
have a stain under their arms, and some people have one in the behind them. There's a
I
big
say his
stain
is under his arm.
One smells
His
worse
is
than the
under
other
the
one,
arm.
and one is messy. Anthony, Anthony in Illinois, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's
Doing
happening,
great.
man?
Love your show. Love your show.
Thank
Thank you.
I'm a huge Colts fan, and I still got to say Belichick's the GOAT, even though he beat all of our guys all those years with Peyton Manning and them. Just, he wins. All he does is win, and he might have cheated, but he still wins even after the cheating.
But the cheating doesn't bother you. So if you
We don't know. Okay,
you would, but you know you would hey Anthony, if you would get married and you were dating a girl and you know she was a cheater, you would overlook that, right, and say she's still the best woman out there for me no matter what.
Anthony, don't
I want
even
Anthony to answer
entertain
that. I want him to answer that.
They're two different things.
No, they're not.
When you answer about Barry Bonds, Anthony will ask about the cheating spouse.
The difference
How
is
about that?
Barry Bonds has never been caught.
Do you think
with
he
all the
cheated?
tests that he took, Anthony?
Do
the
you think
difference
he
is
cheated?
Bill Belichick has the largest fine of any coach. It cost his team draft picks too.
Has he been
That's
accused
how
of
heinous
cheating
it was.
in these last Super Bowls?
That's how heinous
No.
it was.
In the early Super Bowls, no.
And he has a quarterback who cheated as well, so that hurts him as well.
Let's go to Sean in Sacramento. Sean, you're on with Chris and Rob.
My guys, man. Happy Trash Talking Tuesday to y'all. Happy Trash Talking Tuesday to y'all.
Thank
That's
you, brother.
right.
What's happening?
But, I got to get on you a little bit, Rob, because what do sports and In-N-Out Burger have in common?
Both their cheese is hot.
It's a short menu. Come on, man. You over here talking about cheating and all that stuff. Name me one GOAT who didn't get caught cheating. Jerry Rice admitted to using Stickum.
Joe
About treating
Montana.
his nose during the time.
Joe Montana. Give me Joe Montana scandal. I'll wait.
Joe Montana was over there wearing Hanes underwear, man.
I'll
That's
wait,
a scandal all in
Sean.
and of itself.
I'll wait.
Notice how big and bad he is, Sean, when it comes to football. For baseball, he doesn't want to talk about it.
No, 11 touchdowns, no picks,
Rob
3
Parker.
MVPs, and 2 of the Super Bowls. He didn't have Adam Vinatieri to kick a field goal. He needed a touchdown, and he got it.
Who's the best shortstop ever?
Who are you talking about?
I'm asking you. Who's the best shortstop ever?
Ozzie Smith.
Who's the best third baseman ever? Could it be that guy sitting up on the
You said he was the
stage?
best shortstop ever?
Alec? Well, he played short till he went to the Yankees.
Yeah, but that's not the greatest of all time. I'm talking about the greatest coach of all time. You
Barry
can't have
Bonds
such
is
a
the greatest
you can't
baseball
have such
player
a
you
stain.
and I have ever seen, right?
But that doesn't mean that
that we've ever seen.
But that doesn't mean period. You're not talking about that you've ever seen. You didn't
I could
see,
argue
you
Barry
didn't see-
Bonds is the greatest baseball player
and
of
a
all
lot
time.
of people could argue that Willie Mays and Hank Aaron and Babe Ruth were just as great. I mean,
well, you can
didn't
always
see those.
argue.
Well, but you could say that. It's hard for you to say that when you didn't see those guys play
Well,
during their
we
career.
haven't seen everybody play any sport.
and
We
the-
say Jordan's the GOAT.
No.
We didn't see all the guys, George Mikan and
But the
Bill
league,
Russell.
the league compared to the NBA is how old compared to baseball's 150?
Baseball didn't have blacks in it when Babe Ruth played.
That's right.
So that's
And-
a mark against him.
No, you could use that, and I wouldn't argue against it, but it doesn't mean that Hank Aaron or Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron or Willie Mays wasn't better.
Let's go to Brendan in Massachusetts. Brendan, you're on with Chris and Rob.
Hello?
Yep.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, guys. First thing I want to say is putting aside the eye test, because the eye test alone says Belichick is the greatest of all time. But all I'll say is, look, the one way that winning counteracts cheating is that it proves that if you would have won without the cheating, all right? And that's what's ever since Spygate happened 12 years ago. If you want to count even
Great point.
if you want to count Deflategate, okay, in 2014, all they've done since then is go to 4 Super Bowls, win 3 of them, Okay, so it's counteracting
That's a great
cheating.
point.
It's not.
Great point,
it's not.
Brendan.
Cheating
You
is cheating.
assuming he still cheats.
Cheating, Brendan.
You're assuming he still cheats,
No.
Rob.
The reason you can't elevate
Brendan
him to the
made a
greatest
great
ever
point.
is that he did cheat during his tenure. That's the problem.
But he's
and the other guys
proven
who's better than
without
him,
the cheating
no.
that he's winning.
The other guys,
The other guys had the
didn't
benefit
cheat.
of doing it without free
They
agency.
didn't cheat.
They kept their
no,
great players.
I'm not using
He's done
that.
it in this era
No,
where
I'm
players
not
are
doing
moving
that.
around all over the place.
Don Shula and Vince
in the
Lombardi
era
didn't
where you
cheat.
kept your players.
They didn't cheat. I would take those guys as the greatest of all time over
Your
them.
players didn't go anywhere. Once you got them, you had them. Hey, it's the Odd Couple. I'm Chris. He is Rob. And we want to encourage all of you to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
That's right. You know, you can listen to us on the radio, and now you can watch us as well, and it's fun.
No question about it. And remember, oh, yeah!